yes, yes, yes. Lie down on your back. Pull knees to your chest. Ah. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. And do that twice more. Relaxing your shoulders. Relaxing as you exhale your hips. And then a few natural breaths through the nose if possible. Just here, still. Letting your very busy brain drop into your body, which in this moment is experiencing stillness, at least on the surface. Task switching is, I think, there's a spectrum of how difficult you find it, but I think we all have a little bit of challenge with switching tasks when we get absorbed in one and then move to another. Or sometimes we don't have enough resistance there and we're just doing a million things at once. But it is difficult to give up the reins of the brain. Like the brain is busy thinking, figuring, doing all these things, and it's very entertaining. And being asked to drop into the body is a task switch. It is being asked to do something different. And being asked to be still, that's become really hard these days. With your hands slung around your right shin, extend it through your left leg and start to open up that foot and ankle. Flexing, pointing, circling, doing what is needed for you. I recommend going slowly or perhaps quickly at first so that you can go slowly in a minute once you get some heat generated in this area. Because at first it might be too clunky to go slowly and articulate it. But as the heat comes and it softens, you can start to articulate this movement with more definition, more specificity. Hold your next dorsiflexion and circle the leg from the root of the thigh. Firm your belly here, giving your core a little bit of a challenge. And then go the other way. Keep your shoulders down. Center the leg and lower it all the way down. Let it root into the ground. Notice the shift of your tailbone, and then gently pull the right knee in close to your chest and circle. And go the other way, keeping the lower leg still. Open up the hip by pulling the knee open toward the right, with your left hand smooth down your trunk and the top of the hip, left hip. Let your shoulder blades draw onto the back so they go down first and then flatten toward the floor. This will give you a sense of openness across the chest that maybe matches what you're doing in the hip. Press your knee into your hand and resist equally with the hand, firming the muscles all the way in the outer hip. Let that relax, slide the hand inside the inner thigh and push the thigh into the hand and resist with equal measure. And then let that relax and notice that you may have more ability to open up after that. Place your right foot into the left inner thigh and extend both of your arms over your head. Now I can see here that I have way too much hyperextension in my lower back, but really in the middle back, which I can't feel. I see it in the video. So using that information, I'm going to soften my ribs I just can't, I just don't. I feel it when I go to push the ribs down, use the muscles, but I wouldn't have felt it on my own without a little help. Slide your back ribs toward your shoulders, giving yourself more extension, and soften your front ribs down, recruiting some really awesome muscle. Notice if your left or right trunk feels truncated, shortened, and see if you can lengthen evenly at both sides. Push the thigh into the foot and vice versa, creating more structure in the outer hips. And I'm still really arched, which is funny. It's hard for me to perceive. And then open the arms out to a T. Use your muscles in your mind to draw that right knee up toward the ceiling and place the right foot on the ground. Shift your hips maybe an inch over to the right and twist across. Let the knee come over to your left side. Look out over the right side and point your left toes. Stretch from the big toe through the crown of the head in one arcing horizon line. And drop your shoulders. Same thing with the ribs. Can you take the bowing out of the front of the body and save it for the spine? Let the spine move toward the chest. Relax the shoulders down. And let's circle that right arm down, hand tracing the floor as much as possible. And all the way around, and follow with your eyes. Take it around. Eyes are following. And next time you go out to the right, look as far as you can out into the distance. You'll probably have a wall there, but look as far as you can. And then blur the eyes. Let it be less of an intense stare and more peripheral vision, a little more diffuse. And then look at your fingers with a clear focus. And then back out into the distance. Blur the vision. And then look locally, focally at maybe your elbow crease. And then relax your eye gaze. Reach through the right arm and roll back to your back body. Gather your knees into your chest. Stay here and be still. Eyes are closed, inner vision blurred. What? So there's a sense where you could be kind of staring at the back of your eyelids. Don't instead let the eyes feel as though they're sinking back. And blurred. Allowing, you may hear gurgling in your tummy, you may feel like yawning. This will, blurring the eyes with the eyes closed in this case, will help you integrate your nervous system as it shifts. It most likely was in some sort of stress mode, and it's going to be down-regulating in different moments throughout this practice. It will also upregulate. We don't want to discount how important all aspects of our nervous system are. And then shift your fingers around your left shin, reach your right leg straight up and start to flex and point the foot. Eventually, you want as much articulation as possible. At first, you might use more of a gross movement of flexing and pointing at rapid speed to create heat. And then you want to see if you can fan through the foot and really get more distinction, definition through each toe. No easy feet, pun intended. Hold the leg still as you dorsiflex and begin to circle the leg from the root of the thigh. Gently holding the tummy in engaged way, and then go the other direction with your leg. Tummy is gently participating And then hold the leg still in the center. Reach through the heel and slowly send the leg down, down to the earth. Let it sink. Draw that left knee in. Keep the shoulders and neck out of it. And circle the left knee. Go the other way. And then let the, holding the front of the left shin, slide that left knee open to the left. With your right hand, smooth down the trunk and thigh, pelvis, any area here that feels hot or tight, or just needs some soothing. Maybe even the front of your neck. Slide the left hand outside the left knee and press the leg into the hand. And the hand meets it with equal pressure. This will drive the intensity into the outer hips. Notice that. Well, let it grow in intensity. So push in both hand and leg. And then let it relax. Shift the hand inside the knee, lower thigh, upper knee, and press the hand into the leg and the leg into the hand with equal pressure. Let it grow. Maybe it draws into the inner thigh muscle. You feel that engage. Pelvic floor, perhaps lifts up. And let it relax open. You may notice more your knee being closer to the floor. Place your left foot into the right inner thigh. So you're in a shape of tree pose if you were standing. Reach the arms overhead. If you're remembering, you interlaced the fingers last time. If you did, perhaps you remember which fingers were on top. You can switch that. It'll probably be the weird feeling. Soften your front ribs down toward the ground. Extend through the elbows, extend through the armpits. Glide the shoulder blades up toward the shoulders, toward the hands. Check in with that overarching thing of the ribs popping up. Yep, mine are popping. So, and again, it's not something I feel very easily. It must be so habitual. And try to feel if the side bodies are equal. It may feel shortened on that bent knee side. Push the foot into the thigh and meet the foot pressure with equal thigh pressures. And you'll feel more acceleration through the whole pose. And then tee the arms out to the side. Using your brain, lift that left knee up. Place the left foot on the ground, shift your hips just about an inch to the left. Bring the left knee across for a twist. Turn your head to the left. Point your right toes. And again, it's that acceleration. Reach through the right toes, extend through the head. You get that sort of lengthening feeling. Soften the front ribs down, engaging those muscles. And allow the spine to be the part that's drawing forward. Breathe here. You may feel the breath rising up and across the chest, which is great. Look out to the left, far into the distance. And relax the eyes so it's more of a blurred gaze. And then let's keep the eyes relaxed. We're going to come back to that, but let's do the arm circles. Trace the arm all the way around, following it with your eye gaze, soft eyes. Try to keep the left hand touching the floor or the body for the entire rotation. Next time it comes out to the left, feel that reach. And then look at your fingers with focused attention. Look out into the distance and blur your gaze. And then focus on your inner elbow crease. And then reach through the left hand and find yourself on your back again, hugging both knees into your chest. Close the eyes and pause here, allowing for integration. You may notice the tip of the tongue naturally is at the roof of the mouth, and you're breathing through your nose. Let the knees fall to the right side. Follow the momentum upward, coming onto your hands and knees. Spin your wrists forward and turn your fingers back. So your fingers point to 6 o'clock. And circle here, your shoulders around the wrists. And switch directions. Lean away from the wrists, so send your hips back toward your toes, which has the added benefit of opening those soles of the feet up. As you push through the heels of the hands, you get a deep stretch through the fingers and the wrists. The head drops toward the chest. And then come forward, spinning the fingers forward. Inhale, softly going into a cow pose, letting the tummy drop. The sits bones lift, the eyes lift. Collarbones are rolling. Exhale, round tummy in, spread the shoulder blades, and really squeeze the belly muscles. Inhale, arching, looking up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing the shoulder blades down the back, pulling the tummy in. Send your right leg out to the side, bending the right knee. Start to circle that right knee. The right foot is flat. You're using the knee as a fulcrum and opening up here. Switch the direction if you haven't. Pause there, squeeze your tummy and try to engage the tummy first and then lift the foot and bend the knee and bring the knee back into place. Then extend your left leg out to the side, left foot flat, using the knee. You're gonna open this up. Circling here, and this is unusual, this movement. I really am a big fan, you guys know. Nope. Yet to do this much in our day-to-day, and it's probably used to at some point. But it's pretty smart. It opens the hip and the ankle and the knee, the waist. It requires a certain amount of concentration. Pause in this, pause into stillness, squeeze your abdominal muscles, and then drag the knee in. Let's try that with something else. It's a little different, but squeeze your abdominal muscles and imagine using them to move your right knee forward a few inches and back a few inches. That's all. It's a tiny movement. Not that tiny, but small. So forward, but the tummy's doing the work, and back. We'll do 5. 3, 2, 1. So something that requires so little effort, just moving the knee, but doing it with the tummy, it becomes a whole different thing. Try the other side. Engage the abdominals first, move the knee forward and back. Engage, take them forward and back. The knee forward and back. 2 more. One more. Whew. It's like mentally challenging. I'm not really sure. Tuck your toes under. Sit back for a second, shake out your wrists. Press the backs of the hands together, fingers pointing down. And then put your hands back down on the ground, tucking the toes behind you. Pull your knees isometrically toward the wrists and vice versa. Tummy muscles strong. Lift the knees to barely hover off the floor. Try to use your core. Hover here. Barely, you could just fit a piece of paper under there. Extend back through the heels. You're not changing the shape, just getting those muscles engaged. Hold here, 3, 2, and pop it up. Down dog. Bend a knee and press the other heel down. Sink into it. Pull the front of the ribs in. Switch. Sink into the side where the heel is pushing down. Ribs drawn in. And alternate a few times on your own. Sinking into the heel drop side. Let it be kind of as gooey as possible. Really lubricating the calf, the Achilles. When you're even, separate the feet. Walk them in a little bit closer to your hands. Separate your feet a little wider than the mat. Take the left hand outside the right ankle. I'm on my right fingertips. I'm not always for this, but I am today. I don't know why exactly, but it feels good. Holding my right ankle with my left hand, twisting underneath the right armpit. Now we tend to drop the left hip here. Instead, lift that left sits bone. So the twist happens higher up the back. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other and twist. Push through the right fingers a lot. Unwind it. Pause in the center. Just let your body take all this in, make the upgrades. And then right hand to left ankle. Left hand pushes into the mat. Right sits bones lift. Twist. Under that left armpit. I'm pulling you somewhat with my right hand. And then unwind it. Both hands on the floor. I'm on fingertips still. Shoulder blades are clearly articulated up toward my hips. Head is hanging long and free. And then walk your feet outside of your hands, squat down into Malasana or some variation. Do not hurt your knees. So if it hurts to go this low, don't go this low. Push elbows into knees and vice versa, lifting through the front of the spine. Close the eyes. If you can, let that tailbone release. Bring the hands down, raise the sits bones, raise the buttocks up into a forward fold. Catch your elbows, shake your head left and right. No. Nod it up and down. Yes. Side body nice and long. Bend the knees, rounding up slowly. Leave your arms down, rising up, look up to the sky. Open the eyes wide. Close the eyes, so just my head is tipped back. Open the eyes. Close the eyes. Open the eyes. Close the eyes. Tuck the chin. The eyes can be a little bit open. Soft knees roll down. Notice if you go easier, a little bit further. Catch the opposite elbow the elbows again with the opposite forearm in front. Side bodies trying to release evenly. Turn the head, nod the head. Just letting that torso drape heavily downward. Big breath. Hands release, bend the knees, grip the toes, rolling up. Hands stay down. Look up to the ceiling, open the eyes. Close the eyes. Open the eyes. Close the eyes. And bring the head level, eyes open. Cross behind your left ankle. Kick on a diagonal with that left leg. Point the toes. Cross behind the right ankle. Kick on a diagonal. Out to the right. Point the toes. Just crossing behind. That's all we're going to do. Kick. Cross behind. Kick. Cross behind. Kick. Cross behind. Kick. Cross in front. Kick. Cross in front. Kick. Woo, and keep going all the way to the front of the mat. And then bring the feet together. Squeezing out our hips, letting chest open, palms open. Inhale, reach up to the sun. Look up, head goes back. Exhale, folding over. Inhale, looking up. Step your left and right foot back. Lower knees, chest, chin. Glide through to cobra. Shoulders back, chest open. Hips go back. Tap your hips toward your heels, drop your head. Lift your hips up to the sky, down dog. Gaze between the feet. Knees can be soft if it helps the back. Ribs are pulled in. Spacious shoulders. Breathing through the nose, eye gaze is blurred. Walk your feet forward up to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold, dropping in. Deep. Folding here. Use your abdominal squeeze. Grip your toes, rise up, root your feet. Hips go forward, head goes back. Hands come to the heart. Release the hands down, palms open. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, dive on over. Inhale, looking up. Step back, right foot, left foot. Then knees to the floor, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips barely touch the heels. Downward facing dog. After your next exhale, walk your feet forward. Inhale, traction through the spine, lifting the heart and sits bones. Exhale, melting down, heavy torso, tucking the chin. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, hips go forward, head goes back. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Release the hands down, palms open. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, look up, step left foot, right foot back, bend the elbows or continue knees, chest, chin. Up dog or cobra. Up dog, the knees are lifted. Exhale back, downward dog. Knees adjust here to help lengthen the spine. Pushing through the hands, opening the upper back. Breathe through the nose, Ujjayi breath. Raise the heels, inhale. Bend the knees, exhale, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, melt forward like liquid. Inhale, push down to rise up, hips forward, head back. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release the hands down, inhale, breathe up. Exhale, swan dive over. Inhale, looking up, step right foot, left foot back, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Eyes are blurred, ribs in, strong core, pelvic floor in and up. Inhale, raise the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Jump or step forward to the mat, top of the mat. Heart up, hips up. Exhale, folding down low. Inhale, rise, root up, arch back. Hands come to the heart. Right leg steps behind. Arms go out to the side. Kick left leg crosses behind. Kick right, cross behind. Kick, try to point the toes, cross behind. Kick. One more each side. And kick. And forward. Kick. Forward. Kick. Forward. Kick. When you're kicking, try to lift through the head. When you're even, stand at the top of the mat, arms come down. Just notice the heart rate might be up a little bit. There might be a little sense of life force moving through your body. Just notice what's there. What's happening inside. And bend the knees, sink into chair, raise the arms up. Putting weight on that right foot, step back with the left foot, turning the back toes for warrior one. Hands at your hips, drop your head, chin toward chest. And this is for the, playful doors. This is for the inner back knee. So chin is tucked. The key is to push through your left foot. And you're just gonna really tiny movement. Shift your hip bones up and down. Shift them up just a little bit and down. Chin is tucked, head is slightly, like shoulders are slightly rounded forward. And you're moving your pelvis up and down. It's for the back inner knee. Try to lunge into the front knee. Now put the weight on the right foot more, lift the chin, and try to lift your left knee up to your chest. Cross your left ankle over your upper right knee and stretch here, leaning a little forward into this. Try to balance. So my knee is wide, I'm in a figure four. My hips are level. Stand, draw the left knee to the chest, balance. Drop the left foot down next to the right, chair. The weight into the left foot, pick the right foot up, step it back like a warrior one. Hands come to the hips. Really make sure you can push down through your outer or the whole right foot. Turn the chest forward, drop your chin. Micro movements, tailbone under, tailbone back. You want enough of a bow here. That's part of why the shoulders are rounded forward. That this goes into the inner back knee. Flossing the nerves here. Hips lift, hips drop. Lift the chin, put the weight into the left foot, draw the right leg up, cross at the ankle, figure four, tip forward, maybe feeling the stretch in the right hip. Balance. Ooh. Draw the knee up to the chest, try to stand tall, hold. Drop the right foot next to the left foot, chair. 5 heel raises, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold them up. Sit the booty a little lower. Lower the heels and fold. Inhale, look up. Step back with the left foot. Warrior 1. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands to the ground. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, look forward. Walk or jump forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Chair. Inhale the arms up. 5 heel raises. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift up. Lower them. Fold forward. Inhale, lift the heart. Step the right foot back. Warrior 1. Inhale, arms up. Look up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Move through to down dog. Or child's pose. Breathing here. Come into down dog if you're in child's pose. Right leg up. Knee to the nose, round. Inhale, right leg up. Again, knee to the nose. Getting that round bow. Inhale, up. Draw the knee to the chest, squeeze the abdominals, place the right foot as front as you can by the hand. Warrior 1. Inhale, arms up. Bringing hands to the heart, spinning up onto the back toes, figure 4, squat forward, letting the hips drop. Bringing the hands in the direction of the floor or blocks, deepening that stretch, or on a piece of furniture, so you don't have to go as low. See if you can stand back up, raise the left knee to the chest, balance. Maybe straighten that left leg. Cross behind, kick, cross behind, kick. Arms can go out to the side, cross behind, kick, cross behind, kick, cross behind, kick, cross in front, kick, front, kick. By the way, I'm bending my knees as I cross until you're even at the front of the mat, feet together, hands down, stand tall, observe, shoulders dropped, head tall, feet grounded. Bend the knees, eyes open, chair pose, 5 heels, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on 5, drop them, fold forward. Inhale, look up, and step right foot, left foot back, chaturanga, upward facing, downward facing. Left leg high, knee taps the nose. Inhale, left leg high. Use your tummy to pull the knee forward. Touch. Inhale, left leg up. Use your tummy. Place the left foot forward. Spin the back heel down. Warrior 1. Spin up onto the back toes. Cross it up and over to a figure 4. Squat forward. Feel stuff. Maybe your hands reach out to an ottoman or to the floor or to anything convenient. Blocks. Now the hard part, standing up. Well, maybe it's all hard. Draw the knee toward the chest. Maybe straighten that right leg. Arms go wide, cross behind, kick on a diagonal, cross behind, kick, till you're at the back of your mat, and even. And then to the front. And you can bend deeply in the centers. And then stand with the feet together. Woo! Feeling that energy, that life force energy moving through you. Step back just a little bit so you have space. If you don't have your blocks at the front of the mat, put them there. Or turn to a piece of furniture that you can reach in that figure four, or move to something if you've been wanting to do that all along to a wall. And we're going to cross that right ankle over the left thigh and come, all right, hold on. No, let's start with the other side. Yeah, left ankle over right thigh, come down into a figure four, and hands go into something sturdy. Move them so that you have enough space to do this, and bend the knees. See how you can kind of get a little lower, and raise the right heel and lower it. Lift and lower that standing foot as much as you can, up onto the toes and down. I'm not going high. I'm going maybe 2 inches at most, 3, 2, but it's interesting. One, I'm gonna stay up on the ball of my foot, try to hold. And then lower my foot, try to stand. Draw that left knee up, open to the left. I'm now gonna hold that left knee, take the right arm out to the side, turn my head to the right. Hold this balance. Do this on our backs. And then bring the knee to the center. Right hand holds the left shin, left hand reaches back. Look back. Woo. Bring it back to the center, both arms up. And both feet down, arms down by your side. Accelerating. Okay, put your left foot down, right ankle over, squat. Put your hand somewhere convenient, maybe on the floor, maybe higher. And we're gonna hold so that we can lower and lift that left heel up. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. So you can stretch your back a little bit. Lower the heel. And then try to stand. Draw the right knee up. Open it to the right, left arm opens. Turn the head, if you can, to the left. Bring the knee into the middle, hold the front of the shin, right arm reaches back. Maybe look back. And center, lower the right foot, arms up, big stretch, arms down by your side. Separate your feet. Just shift your weight from side to side a little, just kind of flowy, like a flowy kid. Like, whoa, moving your shoulders, your arms, shake your arms, shake your shoulders, shake your head, shake your knees. Discharge a little energy. And then interlace the hands behind you. Draw the shoulder blades, squeeze them together, bend the elbows a little, bend the knees a lot, and melt forward, opening up the shoulders, upper back. Dropping the head. Take the hands over and rest them on, bank them on your left hip, and look up to the right. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. From here, it's a little weird. Lift through the chest, come all the way up. Turn to your left, drop the hands down, kind of back bend here. fold on an angle over the left side, moving over toward the right side, back to the left side, and bank your fist on your right hip. Switch the lacing of the fingers, squeeze your elbows toward each other, lift through the chest, rise. Drop the hands as you turn toward your right. And fold down over your right leg and down the middle. And then release the hands, let the shoulders just flop. Bend the knees as much as you need to take any pressure off the low back. And just wiggle your shoulders and head and elbows and wrists. Just shake them here. Let them hang like really floppy noodles. And then engage your tummy, rounding up like that cat pose, but from here, rounding up. Shrug the shoulders back and down. We're going to go over to a wall that is a good wall, like a good strong wall, safe wall. And we can kind of approach it. Let me try this first. So we're going to cross in front, make sure you have a little runway. Kick, and it's little. Do you want to kick your wall? Kick, cross, kick. Then we're going to fold it forward. The leg that's out to the side and being held there, you're going to wrap that behind you. So curtsy back and spring up. And hold your hands in. Or keep trying. Curtsy back and up. And then you'll come up and you'll back kick your way back and then forward to the other side. So now my right leg is extended out to the side. I'm going to fold down, curtsy it behind me, and use that leg to kick me up. Just play with that, or do none of that, right? Like if you're like, no, Sarah, no, thank you. Just curtsy behind and kick up. If that's not fun at all, no worries. And if you're like, great, that sounds fun, but that's not for me, you could do an L pose at the wall where your feet are up the wall and your forearms or hands are supporting you. So it's an L with the feet against the wall and the hands straight down from the shoulders. And that is much harder than a handstand in terms of strength, but it's less scary, so people like it. So choose your pose of some sort, and very smartly, some of you are putting your legs up the wall, and that is brilliant because that's another way to get an inversion without the pressure. And when you're ready, let's all do that. So come on down to your mat when you're ready. Or maybe you're at a wall and your legs are comfortably at the wall. Or grab a block, place it underneath your low back, and raise your legs up so you're in a supported, like shoulder stand shape. That's it, Tank. Taylor's dog is upstaging us all. The poses are pristine, as they should be, as dogs are. Shoulders down into the floor, legs are up, toes are articulated. But if you're at the wall, you can also just be resting, letting the thigh bones drop into the hip sockets, letting the belly soften, and letting your stress melt away. Whichever variation you're doing, let's go for that stress melting thing. We all need it. Chest is open, head is telescoping away from the shoulders. So there's a tiny bridge happening. You're in the center of the room and not at a wall. Slowly bring your feet down to the floor. resting here, supported by your block. So you're still in bridge, but you're supported. If you prefer, you can slide the block away and hold bridge on your own. If you're feeling inspired to do so, you can take your hands behind your shoulders and lift to a full wheel. And you may want that. That might be a nice, they may be open from your handstand, and that might be a nice progression. Use your glute muscles if you're holding your bridge, and we'll pulse up here, 10, 9, 8, and again, it's a little tuck of the tailbone, similar to what we did in Warrior One. I'm not counting 5, now I am. 4, 3, 2, hold it, use your butt, relax your buttocks, slowly release to the floor. Widen your feet a little bit more and let your knees rock over to the right. Stretch your arms overhead and stretch here. Grab your left wrist, and as you extend your left knee away from you, pull that left wrist back, getting that delicious stretch. You might choose to place the right foot on the upper left knee. And again, you might not. That may feel horrible. And to others, it'll feel great. Remove the foot if it's there. Squeeze the tummy to raise the knees up. Release the grip on your wrist. And let the knees fall over to your left. Grab the right wrist. As you press your right knee away from you, stretch your right wrist back, elongating a beautiful bow shape on that right side. Maybe that left ankle, heel ankle on top of the upper right knee. Only if it feels good. Hold the fascia on the right side. And then move the right foot, squeeze your abdominals, knees come together in the center, arms release down, about a foot on either side of you. I'm like 3 feet on either side. So somewhat of a distance away from your trunk, your body. And then toe heel your feet all the way together. Soles of the feet come together, knees fall apart. Place the hands now on your belly and on your chest. And get quiet. Dropping into awareness of the pulsing in the belly, of the beating heart. Stretching the legs out, one at a time. Reaching back for the head. Gently move the head right and left. Stretching the neck is in a way that feels really delicious for you. Centering the head and placing it down super slowly to the ground over the fingertips, which are gently pressing into the base of the skull and along the hairline toward the jaw. Grab the jaw with the fingers and really softly, don't overdo this, release the jaw downward. So you're making space in that hinge, kind of oiling that hinge here. Maybe a little gentle massage. And then with the flats of the palms, smooth the skin down on the sides of the neck from the top to the bottom. So you go up and smooth down the palms of your hands down all the way to the collarbone attachments. So down to the collarbone and toward the shoulder. Feels really good, right? Then go over to the bottom left ribs from the center of your body, smooth off to the left. So start in the center and smooth off to the left, like you're cleaning out some junk. Good. And then gently press on your cheekbones. And then like pulse your fingers into them, kind of like kneading soft pastry dough. And then take your fingers and starting at the bottom of the chin, slide them out behind the ears. Starting at the bottom of the chin, go out behind the ears. One more time. And then make a fork with your peace fingers, open them up like Spock, I guess, and slide up and down the inner and outer ear. And then take your fingers to the back of the neck and only slide down, starting at the base of the skull, slide down toward the traps, down and up, down. You might feel a little tingly. And you're not working on muscle, you're just at the sort of top layer so that you're moving lymph, getting the garbage out. Yeah. And then let's go to the diaphragm and pulse there right at the base of the ribs. Pastry, knead it like pastry dough. These places where we're pumping, these are lymphatic pumps, areas in the body where the lymph pumps through. Like that. And then again, sweep the spleen. So sweeping bottom left ribs. And then bring both hands down by your side. Make any adjustments so that you can rest comfortably. Take a deep breath through your nose. Keep filling, keep filling, keep filling. And exhale out the mouth. Two more just like that. Breathe in through the nose. As much as you can. More. And then exhale. Inhale through the nose. More. Really fill up the whole body. And exhale. The most important part of practice, deep rest. Where the body makes the changes, makes the upgrades. It's able to have the time and space to integrate the work. Take a deep breath here. And use your exhale to drop further into a place of stillness and quiet. Inhale. Exhale, stretching the arms overhead, wiggle your fingers and toes. Moving ahead, arching, exploring all the space, shifts. Drawing left knee to the chest, roll to the right and cuddle into a fetal position. Generously breathing into the back. Nurturing anything in you that needs a little love, a little care, acknowledgement or recognition. We're in Mercury retrograde for like a month practically. Just giving yourself grace. Maybe there'll be some communication errors, even within your own self. Probably especially within your own self. Just taking a moment to integrate with self. What is it communicating? And then pushing down through the left hand, rising to a seat. Balancing on the sitting bones. Head held high. Heart open and clear. Raise the arms to the sky. Praying the hands together, slide them down to the heart. Press the thumbs inward and the pinky fingers extending outward. Communicating the song of your heart with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. We raise that sacred message from our heart to our own minds. First, thumbs into forehead center. Hello. I guess not first, maybe second. And then we bow forward to one another, honoring this practice, this time, this space, this story. Honoring and cherishing all beings everywhere. We sit up tall, release the hands. I hope you guys have an amazing day and week, and I'll see you right here next week. Love you.